Okay. In this paper, February-March 2023, the time of the exam, 2 hours and 15 minutes. This is paper 3 of March, okay? Of course, you have been supplied with the following source files: batting, logo, TCC, HTML, text, with the extension TXT. The evidence document is here or every time. Comment please. Every time in paper 3, he asks for a new word process document to create it for evidence. Save this evidence in your work area as M23 evidence, such this example. Okay, and your name, center number, and candidate number on every page of this document. He didn't mention footer, the location, footer, or header, or right, left, center. You have to put your details in any way, in any place or location on a header or footer. So I'll save it like this. So I create one Word document. Is the easiest way, blank document. Double click on this area. This area, I choose it. I choose it from this ruler, vertical ruler. You can select from this position, double click on this location to open the header, for example. So I can put my name, your name, course, center number, and candidate number. So I click outside, double click outside the header and footer. This is the quickest way. So he asked us to make the name when you select or when you save it as in your work area. I have to go to here, not there, not 2024, 2023. Okay, this is work area, and I will rename it by this name. So I start put you will start put your center number and candidate number, and put the name as caps lock or capital letter or small letter or whatever, and then save. Then go to spreadsheet task 2. The Tawara Cricket Club records on a spreadsheet the number of runs scored by each player in each match that they played. Number 1, open and examine the file batting M23 batting.csv in your spreadsheet software. So please, in your spreadsheet software, so you will convert it to Excel spreadsheet, not CSV, Excel SX. Then I will open it. I will go to my folder to open my, okay, where's our sample? No, not this. Yes, this is desktop. So I will open our source files, batting, CSV, and he will ask us to do what? In a spreadsheet. So this is the name of the spreadsheet with the file name, correct underscore, center number, and candidate number, for example. So I always tell you, advise you that you have to read all the question for the first time and then divide the question step by step. So I have to read all the questions. So I know that he wants to save this batic.csv, okay, to insert row, to delete row, to merge some cells, and place in the footer, right, align the spreadsheet by kaza, okay, by what? The details of the students, and then save this as spreadsheet with the file name cricket, like that. So I take this as I did before, and I will save it before anything. Save as, and then work area, our work area. What is our work area? This one, and save it with a new name. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 UG 111, and take care, don't leave it like this. Don't leave it like this. So please change it to workbook Excel. XLSX, as you see, not CSV. CSV is a text file. It seems like Excel sheet, but you can't do your formula accurately, and you can't display it to take screenshot and so on. So I'll go back to the question again, open the exam, okay, and then delete row 2. So I go to row 2 and right click delete, and then insert a new row at the top of the spreadsheet. Okay, I go here, select the first row, right click, insert. Okay, or from format cells, insert whatever you select. Okay, insert, format cells, insert, and so on. Okay, and then he said in the top of the spreadsheet, merge cells A1 to V1, place the Tawara Cricket Club in these merged cells. Okay, so I have to select from here to here to V1 and say merge, not merge and center, not click on this icon drop down list, because I'm not sure that he wants any text in a center or no, not yet. So merge across, or merge cells. And then he said merge cells A2 to V2. So I will go to select these also. And then the same stuff, merge cells. And then he asked us to put this name in the first row, first cell. Okay. Tawara Cricket Club. Tawara. Yes, and then go back. Place in the footer, right aligned. Please take care from this. Right aligned and footer. the text spreadsheet edited by, followed by a space, then your name, center number, and candidate number. Spreadsheet edited by. So I can go from insert and click outside, and then header and footer from this I group, text, header and footer. This is the group of text, header and footer. But I prefer, as you know, from Control P, from print preview section. Then I can go to the page setup, and then header and footer tab and custom footer. As he mentioned in the question, he said what? He said footer right aligned. So I can go like here, and then spreadsheet edited by, I write it here, spreadsheet edited by space Hoda. Of course, your name, don't forget, capital letter. Bath, comma, AG 111, comma 1234, and then OK. Okay, you can see all your work in the review section here. Can you see it here? Okay, you can see it. Okay, this is in the right footer. Okay, go back. Save this as spreadsheet. We did it, so I can get all the 5 marks here. Okay, done. Question number 2. He said what? Format the spreadsheet to look like this. So Tawara Cricket Club with a dark gray background and white font text. With this font text is sans serif, as I mentioned here. 36-point sans serif white text and on a dark gray background. And then in a row 2, 18-point sans serif black text on a light gray background. This is if you follow all of these formatting instructions. So you will take 10 marks in only these questions. Don't miss this question, please. Any step, you have to follow it. So I can go back home, and then I can select this one, go home back, and this is 36 with that. It's okay. It's okay, Calibri, it's sans serif, but we prefer to do what? To say earlier, and make it center with a background gray, dark gray, and white text. And this one, 18 points, and this area, and center with black font with a light gray. Okay, then you can take care and focus in this formatting, please. All the text in row 3 in the middle vertically and center horizontally, as you see. And there is wrapping text here, okay, of the text in many 3 or 2 or 4 or for what? You have to do it as the same as he did. So I go back. I can take, okay, I will focus again. I want to reduce my steps to make it on one step. And all the marks here in a center. All the marks here are in a center, not left line. And this text is right. So I can do that. I will select all of these. Picture V. Okay. And then said what? Said center and middle in vertical, center horizontally and middle in vertical. Then okay, and then this is vertically, and I will select all of sheets and then auto fit the cell content because I want to fit I want to make these in a right alignment as is formatting. The text of the name, I want to make it right alignment. Okay, that's it. So I can reduce this one to make the G for GTech. Okay, can you see this? GTech. This is the longest text here. This is the longest in cell 14. This is the longest text, so it should be like this. Okay, and I will go to reduce the size of S. Okay, go back. This is S, and then I want to reduce this size. Okay, like this, the half 3, and then not out. So I can choose these 3 cells, T, U, V. Okay, T3, U3, V3, and click on wrap text. So you can start reduce the size and of the column and increase the size of row. Okay, and this one reduce it to make like this, off separately. Okay, and increase again. This is your preview formatting. You have to follow it. Average score, and then make it at the same as this. Okay, that's it. It seems okay. This is the third till 31. Okay, this is the 31. Okay, then save it. Save every time, every step. One minute, please. Okay. And then we will start to follow the steps and the question. Place in cell U4 a function to count the number. Count. He said the count. The number of matches played by this player. Replicate this formula for each play. Okay, in U4 count the number of matches. for each player, and this equal count. Okay, select count, the number of matches, not sum. Please take care of the difference between count and sum. This is how many: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, this is 9 matches, and the values inside these cells, this is the scores. Okay, count, and then replicate. For all. Okay, this is what? This is how to replicate. Click and drag. And then this is the number of matches. And then number 4, place in cell B33 and B34 functions to display the highest and lowest. So it's very easy to say this is the highest maximum function. Okay. And this is the minimum, which is lowest. Okay, scores for these replicate for all other matches. So in cell B33 and B34, both functions, maximum and minimum, for these match replicate these for all of them. So I have to go to B33. This is B. Of course, this is, as you see here. Okay, this is B33, and then go to B33 equal maximum, and then select the range for all these players for match number 1, and then enter, and here equal minimum, and select all the match scores for all these players. Okay, then replicate all of them because we want to change the columns and that's it. Okay, and replicate this one. Don't forget to make double check. For example, this is the range. You want to select column O, the maximum, the highest score, and then this, for example, this is the minimum score. Okay, go forward. Place a replicate formula in cell V4 to calculate the average score for this player rounded to 1 decimal places. And he mentions this formula. It looks like this. This is the formula he wants you to calculate it. Okay, how is it? So I have to go to the V4 to calculate the average. So he wants what? He needs the total, as I mentioned here. This is the total runs scores, not count. Okay, sum for all these matches for the same player. Okay, then divided by number of matches played. So open brackets again, number of matches played. This is the number of matches, U4. If it's not displayed well, so you can to select it, so you can write U4. Okay, then minus not out, minus not out, not out, this one, this side. Okay, this is the number. So he asked us what? Leave it like this? No. He said round it to 1 decimal places. So I have to go here or here in a formula bar. After equal, don't create another equal. Please don't put another equal. After the equal, say round and tab key to open the brackets automatically, and then put the same formula here, comma, 1, because he needs to the nearest 1 decimal place. That's it. Okay, and then he wants us to replicate it. That's our in this formula to make sure that cell contents are not visible displayed if this player has played fewer than 5 matches. Okay, it is this formula to make sure that cell contents are not displayed if this player has played fewer than 5 matches. Okay, we'll see what happened here. U30 minus U30 minus okay, U30 minus divided by 0. It's not available. Maybe there is something wrong in this. U it's not 1. Count how many matches. To make sure that cell contents are not displayed. Here there is, okay, I will go back. I have to say if, open brackets, if the number of matches, which is U4, less than 5 matches, then leave it empty. If it is empty, so please, if it's true, leave it empty. If it is not, please display the formula. So I can replicate again. That's it. Okay. If it is less than 5 equal, okay, number of matches, if it is less than 5, then less than 5, sorry, so leave it empty. Okay, then enter again, replicate. Okay, because I find there is nothing empty, so I doubt what's wrong. So I put here equal empty. No, my logical test is U4, which is the number of matches less than 5, as he mentioned in the question. If it is less than 5, so please leave the contents of these cells to be blank. And then if it is not less than 5, so bring or return the value of these formula as we did before. So it's correct right now. Then replicate this formula. We did. This is 11 marks. Take care, please. 11 marks. It's not something simple. It's very huge number of marks. Take care. So you will do what? You will make this formula and then you round it. So the average, by writing this formula accurately, then round it with a function round, and then with function if. So function round, function if, and all the steps here that total round scored, which is total round scores, it's function. Okay, if I take this one, I copy it like this to explain it accurately here. The first thing, okay, as you see, this is summation. This is summation. Function, sum function. Okay, and sum function of this range. And then the formula with division and minus. Okay, and then round function. So function, formula, function with the exactly nearest decimal places that he wants rounded to what? 1 decimal places. He will not leave it to you as 0 decimal places or something like this. He said rounded to 1 decimal places. So I'm sure that there's 1 mark, another mark, 3 marks, 4 marks, and so on. And then the if function, that if you write the logical test accurately and write how to be true, and then if it is false. So there is 11 marks, very, very useful. Save your spreadsheet, print your spreadsheet showing the formula. Make sure that the row, column headings, and grid lines displayed, page orientation, landscape, the all contents are fully visible. So I have to go here. Always I said to you what? I told you there is a smart way to make the formula and take screenshot or print out your formula without going back to reduce the size or to edit or adjust the size of the content here. So you would waste more time without any reason. So I can copy, right click on the name, copy, and move it in the end of the workbook. So this copy I can create or I can change anything here. Formulas. So I can reduce like this. So go back. It's not accurate to leave this like this. It's very, 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 very error. Very big mistakes. Okay. So you have to select all the sheet, double click to auto fit to make it fully visible. So I go to print, change the, I check the A4, change the portrait to landscape, and here page setup, change the sheet, go to sheet, grid lines visible, row headings visible, and so on. So you can check here. Like that. Okay, go, navigate, maximum, minimum, all fully visible. Okay, this is the formula, fully visible in V and U. There is the last thing. Then you can print out. I will say here, okay, my work area, print out. For example, I will say print out 1 or print out formula. Okay, but you will print it on a paper. Okay, so instead of going to say something like this, I have, take a look here, I have to adjust and change the size to change, okay, the wrapping, make it accurately, and go here and fit this one, and then you should leave it like this. Okay, and then go back, sort the data, number 7, sorry. So we take from this mark, print formula, 2 marks. Sort all the data for the players in descending order of their average score. Those players who do not have an average score displayed must be at the bottom. So please take care. He divides these questions to 2 parts. Sort, okay, we will sort it at descending. And you will see that it will not bring the other part, it will not return the content in the other part of the question. For example, he said what? Those players who do not have an average score, which is blank, okay? Blank cells. displayed must be at the bottom, must be, or not maybe, must be at the bottom of the list. Okay, so you have to go to this cell. Okay, here, and this is the scores. Okay, as you see, here is the empty who has no scores, has no average score. He needs all of these down at the bottom. So if I follow his instructions, for example, select these till 31 and go say to what? Sort. I have to go back home and I will say custom sort, for example, or from largest to smallest, because he wants what? Focus, please. He wants what? Descending. Largest. Okay, expand. Okay. Okay, expand, which means that he will arrange all of these with the average, of course, all of the other content. Okay, is it help? Is this way or this method help that bring all the blank at the bottom? No. So I have to go to select, for example, custom. Okay. I will go to V, column V. Okay, again, custom sort, expand, as you see, he select all the table, and then I will sort it by what? By column V, the average score. He needs largest to smallest. I did it before, but he will not bring or collect all the blank cells to the bottom. So I will try to do a tricky or smart thing. So I will select this ascending, not descending. So I will go here. Yes, please. Continue with the current selection. Sort. Didn't do anything. So I will select all these data and then go to custom sort, column, the last one. That's it. We collect all the average there is with no content, the blank at the bottom. Or they collected two at the bottom of the list. Okay? And you will go to say to me, Miss Hoda, there is something error. You make it ascending, not descending. Because when we make it descending, he doesn't make any sense to collect all the average score displayed who do not have the average score displayed, not displayed at the bottom. I will repeat it again. Please take care. I will select all my data, all my tables like this. Okay. and I will say custom sort. When I said V column, and when I said largest to smallest, descending, we bring it to what? At the top, not at the bottom. So what did I do? I make it vice versa. I make it smallest to largest, ascending, not descending, to bring these blank cells at the bottom of the list. So I go back to custom, sort, and then select the detected column V, then make it ascending to make all the blank cells at the bottom of the list, as you see here. Okay, what about the first part? He needs descending, so I will select only those. You see this? I will select only those. These ones. I want to select only this range. And then custom sort, column V, largest to smallest. So as you see, all the rest of the list, or the rest of the list at the bottom, blank cells at the bottom of the list. But the rest of the average score sorted descending, the largest, then the smallest. Okay, this is a tricky question. Okay, because of this you put 5 marks. It's not just sort. If it is put like sort, maybe 1 mark, 2 marks. Why 5 marks? So you have to take care and focus how many marks that he put or indicate for this question, to make you focus why he put 5 marks for these simple questions. Because when he said sort descending, it's easy. But when he said must players do not have an average score displayed, must be at the bottom of the list, there is a tricky question. So it will not display at the bottom of the list while I'm doing this descending sort. But when I make it ascending, he will finally make it at the bottom of the list. So what I can do for the first part of the question, I will select only the parts that has the content of the average score. So I will select the array for all the table, and then custom sort and make it ascending. So I can make both of these parts. Okay, save your spreadsheet with the file name M23 correct one with this sample or example of date. Print your spreadsheet. So I have to save my spreadsheet with another name, save as, not save, okay? Control S, and something wrong, okay? I go back, so I make it, and Control S, not save as, so this is my error, okay? Then I go to File, not Control S, save as, and change the name with Cricut 1. Check the same name, with candidate number and center number, and save. And then make sure the row and column here, print your spreadsheet showing the values. Make sure the row and column headings are not displayed, grade lines are not displayed, orientation landscape as it is. The contents of all cells are fully visible and can be easily read. So go back. I will not use if you check this, I can go back. If I did this, I want you to take this advice, very important. When I set formula here, show formula, you will display the formula and change the size of the cell. Okay, so I can go back to this one, the first one. When I change the sort, I have to select all these tables, check 31, then I go back, say it with me, please, sort, custom sort, and then we will choose the column V as he mentioned, but not the smallest. He needs what? He needs largest. But when I say I look that he will bring all the list of these, sort the blank cells at the top, not at the bottom, when I choose largest to smallest. But I will do something smart to select smallest, which is the ascending, not descending, and then I can find the best blank at the bottom as he mentioned in the second part. So I will start to make the same steps, but without the blank cells. Take this range and then go to custom sort and then select this column with the largest to smallest, which is descending as I mentioned in the first part of the question. So I can combine between the first part and the second part of the question. As you see, this is descending from the largest to the smallest, and then this is the blank cells at the bottom. So without needing to adjust or resizing the cells, so I can Control P, and he said what? Without grade lines, I already without grade lines, but I can change and without heading, as he mentioned in the questions, and I remove the grade line because the first sheet I didn't make the page setup to be display the headings and so on or grade lines, because I make a copy of the spreadsheet to display the full formulas, so I can print out with the headings and so on and change my page setup as he mentioned. When I go back to the first sheet that I make a copy for it, I can find there is no grid lines, there is no headings of columns or rows, and then just I can display the orientation as landscape as he mentioned, so I can print with the name of values, print out values. Okay, and you have to go back to your work area to check your work. How can I do it? As you know, you have to take your hard copy after you print. You check that the full formula is fully displayed or no, as you see here. And this is the first page, this is the second page, maximum and minimum, and this third, this fourth. This is the formula with sum and function and round function and if function with a fully formula. That's it. It's okay. And you can go back to the other one of print out of values. As you see, right alignment of the text of the name, match 1, match 2, match 3, and there is the second, and there is the average scores, descending order with the rest of blank, and so on. That's it. Thank you.